Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Andor Season 2, Episode 9. I just watched the Episode 8. If you want to see my reaction video about it, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. I'm gonna put the link also for the playlist that I made for Andor, in case you don't know it. I binge watched all of the Season 1 of Andor and now I'm discovering the Season 2 with you guys. In case you don't know it also, I have a Patreon on which you can have these reaction videos earlier. You have them with 1 day in advance for this entire Season 2 and you have two options. With the level 2 on my Patreon you have a longer reaction part than the one that I post on YouTube. With the level 3 you have the full reaction part, my reactions and my thoughts to everything. Fair warning before beginning this episode, yes, I'm still suffering, you know, my sciatic nerve which got blocked a few days ago now. Don't worry, I'm feeling good enough, you know, to film. I just saw one of you guys reacting to my video about the episode 7, during which I was feeling more pain, but I don't want you to worry, like, if really I wouldn't feel okay to film at all, if my mind would be too dizzy, you know, or stuff like that, if I would feel too much pain and stuff like that, really, believe me, I wouldn't film. I feel like I can film. Just two things because of that, is the fact that I'm gonna switch positions a lot during the video because no position is really helping me that much, so each 5-10 minutes I have to switch position to release a little the pain that one position maybe created. And also the fact that because I'm taking medications, maybe I can have trouble to formulate really clearly my thoughts, to find the good words, to use the good words. Also sometimes I'm mixing words together and stuff like that, so it's a fair warning before beginning this video for you guys about what is happening for me right now. I think that it's also a good warning because, you know, what happened during the previous episode, the fact that I cried that much at the end, maybe it can be explained also by my current situation. You know that I'm an hypersensitive person and that I can cry really easily, but the fact that after the last episode I was crying, and in fact I was crying for everyone, for all sides, maybe it can be explained by my current situation. Because really, even now thinking about it again, I can tell you that I was crying for everyone. I was crying for Syril, for that character that we have since the beginning, for the fact that it was such a well-written character. We saw so much of him, you know, his relationship with his mother, his relationship with Dedra, his evolution, everything about him. We knew his ambitions and all, and okay, it was for the bad side of the story, but I couldn't help myself but loving this character because he was well written, because he was well played, and because also he was making a powerful couple with Dedra. But during the previous episode, clearly his relationship with Dedra went wrong when he understood that she didn't value his opinion that much, she didn't trust him that much to tell him what was going on, and since that long in fact. And also he didn't appreciate what was going on, the fact that they were ready to kill all of these people. I was that close to think that maybe he could switch, but after that he went on a fight against Cassian. But how that fight ended, the fact that he got killed for sure, it hurt, but also the fact that he hesitated to kill Cassian and Cassian asked him, "Who are you?" and he couldn't respond. Syril couldn't respond because during that moment it was really like, who am I? Am I the double agent who betrayed the resistance? Am I a guy from the Empire? Am I a guy who is seeing what is happening and I'm against it? Am I the simple guy, you know, from Coruscant who just wanted to have this promotion, you know, into the office, to be that simple guy? Like, I had that impression that during that moment Syril didn't know what to respond and was totally lost about his identity, his opinions, his ambitions, what he wanted, who he was truly. That's why I'm also sad that in fact he got killed right there. Like, I'm glad because it saved Cassian, but I'm a little sad about it because we don't know what could have happened to Syril after that, if maybe he could have switched or anything like that. So I cried for Syril, I cried for all of these persons into the resistance who died like that, into a moment which was so much programmed, you know, announced, prepared by the Empire to show that, see, they are bad people, they organized that coup and all, when clearly we know that it was the contrary. That was so bad. The citizens also who got killed just like that. I was sad as well for the soldiers of the Empire who were sent to be sacrificed. Clearly they had no chance to survive and they were sent here to be sacrificed, and I felt sad for them. Like, really, end of the previous episode, I got sad and I cried for everyone. Everything made me feel bad and sad. Syril's mom crying, that made me sad. Dedra crying, I had trouble to feel sad for her in the sense that for sure I know how much she loved Syril, she cared about him, but at the same time she can be blamed also for what happened. Not entirely, but she can be blamed for what happened because she prepared all of that plan, she knew about it, she didn't tell him. And you know, during the moment when it was happening, she was not sad, bad, feeling bad, you know, she was not doubting truly about what was happening. She was a little worried for Syril, but that was all. But the plan itself, she was not against it. She was mad at the fact that she wouldn't take the entire credit for it. That another guy came and helped her with the situation. Her, she was feeling sad about not taking the entire credit for that operation. So it's weird because I love her character. I can't help myself with that because she's so well written, she's so well played, that her character, I love her. But for sure I'm against everything that she does and I hate everything that she does, and at the end I want for her to be stopped, to be killed. That's another story, but to be stopped for sure. But because of that, I couldn't cry for her during that moment when she felt sad for Syril's death, because it was like that, you know, like I couldn't. For her, I couldn't. I can't explain more about it, just for her, I couldn't. Which is bad, because during that moment, really, I love her and I hate her at the same time. Not everything is all white and all black into this world, into our world. It's okay, you know, to not love blindly a character, like to not hate fully a character, to also consider bad characters villains, and to see that they are well written, well played, and it's making them interesting characters that much that in fact I'm gonna love these characters even if they are villains, just because of what they bring to the show and how great it is. If you can't understand that, and if you are just blindly following a character because it's the good side and blindly hating a character just because it's the bad side, I think that you're misunderstanding, you know, the real message of shows like Andor, for example, which are explaining to you that there is no full good, full bad, that it's more complicated than that. So I don't know what to expect for this episode, because I thought that each drop of 3 episodes would be built like one episode with a time jump, new context, one episode to prepare the big thing which would happen during the 3rd episode. For me, what happened during this episode was the big thing, so I'm clueless about what is gonna happen during this one, but if it's something worse than what happened here, I'm clearly not prepared for that. I prefer to warn you. Okay, let's go for this episode. Again, if you want on my Patreon, you have a longer reaction part with the level 2, the full reaction part with the level 3. It's the best way to support me if you want and if you can. Even if it's just for 1 month, just for the time of Andor, it can be truly appreciated and useful. Let's go, guys, for this episode.
You know what happened? Goring's been slaughtered. 5 people today and yours tomorrow.
Yes.
Remember this day. Remember Goring is what we used to remember. Remember this day.
Have you seen the numbers? The Gorman dead? It's beyond belief.
Don't put on the Imperial news.
I've seen it. It's insane.
The winner writes the story.
Propaganda wins.
We need to speak out. We need to stand up and speak the truth. And then we need to leave. Both of us. We need an exit plan. We need to make it now when we still have the time.
We have a plan. That's not the issue.
Then what is it?
I'm not going anywhere.
Are you telling me to be silent?
It's not like that.
We talked about this.
To collaborate?
This isn't going to happen.
It's
What
not
is?
so easy. We have to stay. We have to buy time. We're not ready. Yavin isn't ready. We need to stall. But you're right, something needs to be said. And Yavin needs your leadership. I just can't go with you. Not yet.
Oh, the fact that
You'd be awesome.
on my mind right now I have that line about
Let's hope not.
and this is how democracy dies, with thunderous applause.
Senator Dillon found a listing
Something
price
like
in
that,
our
no?
office.
It began here, at that moment.
If she speaks, we need to be ready. So we're keeping you a journalist.
Oh,
It's perfect.
where is Luthen? They were keeping their eyes on you.
I need to keep looking. We have to be sure.
I need to practice the speech.
That it's not just one.
Guess that. Go to the closet.
When you're beginning to have, you know,
It's not just my dead.
a government keeping their ears on what political people from all political people are doing, saying, that's the beginning of the end of a democracy.
How did you know I would be here?
Erskine watch works for me.
It's nice to see you again, Luthen, after all that time.
All this time?
He's protected you in ways you'll never know.
Isn't that wonderfully cryptic? Who else am I trusting that I shouldn't? Everyone? Well, let me guess, in the end it's only you I can trust. Is that it?
Tonight, that's true.
Is it?
Vader Garner's team is corrupted.
Which team is that?
The one that's taking you to Yavin after your speech.
You're just terrified what will happen if I get arrested.
You need to think clearly.
Well, be careful what you ask for.
You can't leave with Bale's people. And you can't tell anyone what I've just told you.
Do you remember Takeover? The banker? My childhood friend.
Another false savior.
I often think of Takeover.
I'm glad you're talking about it.
How quickly all that
We
happened.
go.
It makes me quite a risk, doesn't it? Right now I'm more afraid of you than anything.
You're afraid that he's gonna think that you're a threat and he's gonna eliminate you.
Or I'm telling you what Bale is true.
Don't you dare.
I'm sending someone I trust, someone I know I can trust. You'll ask if he's alone. He will say, I have friends everywhere. I have friends everywhere. Those words.
Trust him at least one last time, man.
I'm still on call. Is there something that can work? Senator Mothma. We have a field agent with her. Apparently she's not left the Senate tonight.
Is that unusual?
He seems to think so. We were told to pay particular attention to the Senate for the next few days, given the situation in Gorman.
Do we have a constant?
The technician said there's no malfunction or communication issues on our end.
The driver with one of your
Plus
ears,
the driver. It seemed worth
a
mentioning.
micro for another ear inside.
free to speak.
I've searched everything.
Tell me we can trust you. Assistant.
I'm not sure I've felt this betrayal in my life, and I've had some experience. When did you start?
After the wedding. 2 years.
So I was right, we can't trust him.
I tried to protect you.
And you failed.
I mean... no, working for Luthen and all of that. Okay. Man.
You're dismissed.
Man!
Immediately.
It's been an honor.
He was protecting you, man. But okay, he was also giving information to Luthen. He was protecting you.
I wasn't sure you'd come. Luthen? There was someone he needed to find.
Moving to the Senate. I'm out. She threw me out.
Is she going through with it?
Asked Luthen. We didn't have much of a conversation.
We'll get her out. She goes to Yavin and not you.
No Yavin for me. We'll take care of that today. You've stayed here long enough. I'm not finished yet.
They're gonna find you, Luthen.
You acted
I'm
to be
afraid of
actual.
that. I think it's gonna end like that.
You said that chorus the first time we met. Speak for yourself.
And I think that Luthen is doing all of that for you to be ready to
I make my own decisions.
replace him at
So
some
what
point.
you've been doing. Sometimes I wonder.
At least to be a good
Sorry,
leader.
Mom.
No.
Here we are. This day has finally come.
You don't have to do this.
You're brave enough to stay. I should be brave enough to go.
But we mess with a team waiting. A team of 3. You need to leave the moment you're done. They'll be at gate 9. Get down there. Do what they tell you.
You're pushing her to make that speech, but that team...
Of course.
Do you know them?
Personally, no, I can't. Don't worry about me. Once I get you started, I'll have my head down.
Is it willingly or not that he's sending a bad team against her? Are we alright to think that it's a bad team?
Take care of yourself, Rael.
We do what we can. Tear the shit out of this place.
Okay, I want to trust you, but I don't trust your team.
You think you'd be filled to death? They call it our session when they want to keep the numbers down. Have we met? It's possible. You have friends everywhere.
I'd like to invoke Article 17252. That a senior senator, in the case of emergency,
May yield the floor freely, without interruption, to another senior senator.
shut down the Senate feed. Imperial authority. Shut it down.
Go, man, go.
Fellow senators, friends, colleagues, I stand before you this morning with a heavy heart.
A stressful one.
I am hoping because you know me will vouch for my credibility in the days to come. I stand this morning with a difficult message. I believe we are in crisis. The distance between what is said and what is known to be true has become an abyss.
Man.
It hasn't been locked here.
We know, we fixed it.
What?
We checked the protocol.
Open it.
We need the sequence key.
So let's have it.
Of all the things at risk, The loss of an objective reality is perhaps the most dangerous